Hello everybody, I'm making you a Friday video and it is getting close to Christmas, and I'm up at the mill here this morning just walking around and checking things out. And I do have a saved video. It's just going to be a one log sawing that last 12-foot walnut. And we're taking a little bit of time here before Christmas, but there was a couple comments. People wanted to see how much sawdust that walnut had produced, and there it is. And we basically have nothing that we can do good with it. It does make excellent, if you want to kill weeds and whatever you want to kill landscape wise, use that as ground mulch, and bugs won't attack it. Nothing really likes it. And then a couple of people actually said, why don't we buy a machine to make pellets for heat, or just a pellet machine, or a briquette compressor. We don't produce enough sawdust to justify. You'd be into hundreds of thousands of dollars to put a plant in to do something like that. So but I'm going to spend some time up here today, get some stuff cleaned out, so when we get ready to make you another sawing video, the walnut's gone, and then we'll be ready to start up with some fresh logs. But again, the wood boxes, I can't say enough good about the wood boxes. They've been really working out well for us. Keeps everything nice and dry, organized, because you can see when you put it in a pile, this is what you end up getting, and it gets into the dirt, it gets frozen. So these will be very nice to sell the wood. I got to get back into that pine pile eventually, and I got to build some more wood boxes out of that. That's that stuff that Pete had brought us, is some yellow pine. And there's the cherry we had sawed a few videos back, and we got a little drone up in the sky there. There's an eye in the sky. Somebody's always watching you. And this is the stuff we're going to get on here pretty soon. This is that American chestnut that Pete had brought us, and then that maple. So we got to get that on the mill here shortly. This is the short cherry and white oak that I had bought a couple years back. My $250 load of wood. I'm going to take that into my shop and dry it in there. And then here's that. This was that honey locust, and we're going to make some stuff out of that eventually, and that stuff's very dry now. And here's some more of that. This is strictly the cherry here, so I want to get that all inside. And you might look at it and think it's weathered, but it's really not bad. In fact, this is another pile of mine right here. Just needs a final drying, and it's down to 12%. When you put stuff outside in our region, it'll get down to 12%. It won't go no lower unless you put it in a heated environment that the humidity will drop below 30%. And then you can get it down to your 6 and 8% for actual woodworking. So, hey, enjoy the video. Enough rambling here. And we'll catch you on the next one here. And I'll try to get you another snack video in before Christmas. And then, of course, we'll have your Christmas Day video. So, all right, thanks again for coming along, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye-bye. All right, everybody, I'm going to make you a Friday video, and we're going to get things fired up here. So I'll get the bus motor going, power turned on, Mr. Laser turned on. So Eddie's going to get the blade spinning. Well, we got a 12-foot long piece of black walnut to saw, so we figured we'll bring you along. This isn't going to be a long video. We're getting towards the time of year where we're heading into the colder weather, and we got a lot of stuff to saw, don't get me wrong, but can only get so much done in a day. I'll be off the rest of the year now. You're actually watching this on Friday Eve, so I've been off since Tuesday was my last day of the week. So it's kind of weird. I'm filming this and I still literally got 2 days to work yet, but I'm off of work for the rest of the year, so we're going to try to do as much as we can. depending on the weather. The weather predicts a lot of what we do. All right, I'm not sure if I want to bump that. I might bump it out just a little bit. So watch the number 3 headlock. That's better. And Bill Alice, that's your job. All right, I like that right there. Trying to cut the crook out of it. So dogs up, dogs out. I'm gonna run it forward a little bit. All right, it stopped rolling. We don't want to take too much off of that first cut, but we got to get something till we can edge out. So let's start there. Nice. That's nice. All right. And I tell people, it's a lot of years of experience on how to figure out how to saw a log. But I do have backseat sawyers that tell me how. But you know what? It's like Bob Ross said, it's your world. You saw how you want to saw. I'm going to take one more board off of this. And if you have a band mill, you might have your particular method. There's no right way, no wrong way. You can flitch saw this thing, just keep cutting slabs through it if you want it, and then edge them out. You can do all kinds of things. But the purpose of these videos, this is just how I do it. In fact, I'm going to come up this way. This log is going to be a little heavy on that one end. 12 footers, I try to roll them generally as much as in the center as I can. And I will get the taper out of the way, Bill. Yeah, I start BSing here, and I do forget. And I'm not going to put indicator lights and buzzers and... Can you look at that face for me, Eddie? Eddie likes it. We're going to put the dogs out, put the dogs down, tapers away. Everything is good. And let's see what Mr. Laser has to say. Actually, our buddy Ken came out to visit us today, and he said, "Did you get a different camera?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "I can really see that laser really good now." And I don't know, it might very well be that. Let's cut this off. Cut this trash off of here. And I see Eddie got his cam running. I should have brought 2 cameras today, but it's 21 degrees this morning. And I really didn't want to deal with too many cameras with batteries. That is a beautiful thing there. Look at that. And I might have a problem with the log deck on this. Let's try one more cut. I don't know what's going to happen. But if you look down the end of that log, now watch as I come forward. It's slightly going to drag that log deck, but we'll see what happens. So let's try it. Every once in a while I'll be feeding, I'll be like, what the heck's going on? It'll be that drag in the deck. Well, I would like to sneak one more off of here. I don't think it's going to allow me. We're going to try it though. It's dragging a little bit. You might see some thumping going on. We'll get through it. And we did. All right, now we can lay it down. Let's take that little bumpity bump out of it. All right, I can turn it down here. I'm not going to be flipping it very far. Chances are it's going to let go whenever or fall down when I let go of the dogs. But yeah, this is the last log we had to saw, and I said I'm going to make you a Friday video. Sapwood there. Getting past the sap. We're going to turn it back out after this cut. Trying to box the heart or the pith, whatever you want to call it. It's your world, you call it what you want. Put the dogs away. Got you a little boom. Alright, let's start there. That looks like a piece of maple. Hopefully the back side of that board will be a little bit of brown in it. That's actually pretty. That'd make a nice accent wall right there. You got a clear board all the way up to that knot, so you got almost 10 foot of clear out of that. All right, now comes time for decisions. Let's evaluate what we got going on here. Let's put the face that's up, the northern face. Let's put that out. Oh. Let me come back a little bit more. I'm going to turn it here. It didn't like the idea of being turned there. Back the knees up a little bit. All right. Let's get it back up to Mr. Laser, and we're going to run that down till we got it just about boxed. I'm just looking for the little flicker here. That should be pretty close. Little whisker more. Almost. Yeah, you want to take your time. There it is. Let's see if anything moved. That log's behaving very well. Let's just saw her down. But you still got some clear cutting on the butt of this. All right, we got that thing completely boxed. Now, some decisions to make here. I'm going to try that southern face and see if it's any better. You really don't got much to lose here. I'd say slightly nicer. In fact, a lot nicer. So let's start whittling that down. So I'm going to bring this up. Like I said, you want to take your time. Let's try that. Just a little bit more. You never want to do that behind the blade when you're trying to tweak it. There it is. As you pump that thing and you can bend your blade over pretty quick. They call it rolling the blade. That's a very expensive day. Alright, I think we're just going to saw this down. There's really not much more to do with this. Tell you what, let's turn it out one more time. See the pith? Let's take that extra minute. Let's see if anything moved. Got a little springing going on there. See that? That'd have been a fat end on each board. The middle might be a little thin. And that's it. That's all we can do with it. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your Friday video. Sorry it's so short. It's getting kind of hard to get a bunch of content put out in one day, but we're going to try to make you a few more videos during the Christmas holiday here, so you might have more frequency of videos. But hey, thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be with you on the next video. I'll talk to you then. All right, bye-bye.
Here on the Edmiston, at the Bus Motor Sawmill.